Who wins when the irresistible force meets the immovable object? There's going to be a collision course tonight on AEW Saturday Night Collision when Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler of FTR take on the Blackpool Combat Club of Claudio Cascanoli and Wheeler Yuta. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. And that probably just summed up who's actually going to win that match, because you've got FTR, you've got Blackpool Combat Club, two teams that don't tend to lose, two teams that pretty much win every match that they're in. But when you find out that the participating members from the BCC are Claudio Cascanoli, the third choice member, and then the very distant fourth member of Wheeler Yuta, that's made up my mind.
It's made up your mind. I'll put a bit of respect on Claudio. I think if he was tag teaming with any of the other two...
Yeah, well, that's the point I'm trying to make. He's not.
I know he's not, and it's Wheeler Yuta, who seems to have just won a spot in this via a cereal bowl, or...
Yeah, it's like a raffle. I mean, you could almost accept the other three guys, but why did Wheeler Yuta ever get included in this?
No idea.
Make-A-Wish Foundation or something?
I mean, I'm still convinced that Moxley just... This guy followed Moxley at the crowd that time I was watching it. I cannot believe I thought that was some guy following him around the crowd.
But why would William Regal recruit this guy? It doesn't even make any sense to me. I can see why he would recruit the other three. What had Wheeler Yuta ever done? Who is Wheeler Yuta? Why is he in this faction? Why?
To kill the ratings of the Black... I mean, is it to give it a... Does every faction need a poor member?
Well, what's the point?
I don't know what the point is. He sucks, and the fact he's got this belt, they just... Why? Oh, the pure open. And what's that mean? What's the pure open mean?
Pure channel changing shite. Anyway, let's get into tonight's episode of AEW Collision. There has been 3 more matches announced, and there was already 3 matches scheduled. So we'll talk about the 3 matches that were previously scheduled, and then we'll move on to the newly announced matches. So let's go. First up, we have... Well, let's talk about it. FTR versus Blackpool Combat Club. I'm going to go with FTR to win. You've got Wheeler Yuta in there. I believe if the Blackpool Combat Club were going to win, then Wheeler Yuta wouldn't be in the tag team match. I think the fact he's in there... he's just in there to take a pinfall, isn't he, really?
No, that's it. If he doesn't take the pin, I'll stay up and watch every wrestling show till I die.
Plus, they gave him a win against some no-name jobber from Mexico on Wednesday night, so by Tony Khan's logic, that saves him tonight when he loses.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it is, though. Tony Khan has some weird-ass logic, but remember, folks, he writes for the sickos. He's one of them.
He's a sickle, damn it. We have Timeless Tony Storm versus Lady Frost. I'm not quite sure who Lady Frost is. The name is a little bit familiar, so I believe she's been on Collision before, but I couldn't paint a picture. If she walked past me in the street, I wouldn't be able to identify her. Do you know who Lady Frost is?
No, I've no idea who Lady Frost is. I actually noticed this when I seen like the preview for the show. It's like, who is this? I've never heard of her.
I've heard of her, I just don't know who she is.
No, I've never even heard of her, I'll be honest. Like, the name sounds like something out of...
Well, half the time we watch wrestling, you're fucking asleep, so I mean...
Yeah, well, that's the problem when it's no good. See, when the stuff's good, I'll be there. I'll be there with my fucking eyes glued to the screen.
Well, I'm going to go with Timeless Tony Storm to win that. I mean, no shit.
Yeah,
and we have Orange Cassidy versus Kyle O'Reilly. So last week, Kyle O'Reilly lost on Collision. Title on the line against Will Ospreay. What's going to happen this week? Orange Cassidy, Kyle O'Reilly. I think Orange Cassidy's going to win. He normally wins one-on-one matches. When's the last time he lost one?
Well, that's it. Kyle O'Reilly is never winning this. Alright, there you go. It's Will Ospreay.
Never?
No, not a chance. No, never. I'm actually sick of it. Like, why did Bobby Fish get, like, sent to TNA, not good enough to be re-signed by AEW, but then you've got the other fucking bums in the company?
So who is winning it then?
Well, let me get to my point.
Right.
Why, in the name of all is holy, does Bobby Fish get treated like he's a jobber, but then Kyle O'Reilly gets treated like he's The Rock? Feuds with Edge and shit?
I don't think anybody is treating Kyle O'Reilly like The
No,
Rock.
but people are, man. They're marking it about his matches and shit. It's
Well,
fucking
who are you
embarrassing.
going for the win?
Who are you going for?
No, who are you going for? I know.
I'm going with that guy, Will Ospreay.
Who's not even in the match. Once again, not fucking paying attention, not having a clue what you're talking about. I mean, you're either sleeping or just fucking your head's out the game. It's Kyle O'Reilly versus Orange Cassidy. I said last week Kyle O'Reilly lost to Will Ospreay. Can you keep up?
Well, that's what I meant.
Are you coked out your tits like Tony Khan or what?
I wish I was, but I'm not.
I'm going with Kyle. I'm going with Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, Orange Cassidy's going to win. But here, the fact it's Orange Cassidy...
We didn't even know he was in the match 2 seconds ago, so I mean...
Nah, but I said whoever's taking on Kyle O'Reilly's going to win. See, when you drop the ball next, I'll be on top of you. Don't
When
worry.
did I drop the ball?
Every day of the week.
Right.
Here, if we didn't drop the ball, we wouldn't be talking about wrestling at fucking 12 a.m.
That's very true. We've got Right, the new matches now that have been announced. We've got Dustin Rhodes versus Johnny TV. Last week, Johnny TV lost to Claudio Cascanoli. Can Johnny TV bounce back with a win this week on Collision? What's your thoughts on that? Can he do it against the old man, the working man, the original American Nightmare, Dustin Rhodes?
Well, they can't beat this guy. Who can he beat? Johnny TV. Like, there's no reason for Goldust to beat him.
I think Dustin Rhodes will win, but
I think he will, but again, like, what's the point of Johnny TV? Oh, he's got this TV show with his wife, and yeah, and they mark out about his wife. Yeah, there's nothing to mark out about. Tony Schiavone needs to fucking reel it in a wee bit, and Johnny TV needs to get a W on the board. So fuck it, I'm going with Johnny TV.
I'm going with Dustin Rhodes. We have got Chris Statlander versus Robin Renegade. I mean, pretty obvious that Chris Statlander is going to win that one. I don't think Robin Renegade or her sisters ever won a match in AEW, and I don't think they'll be winning tonight.
Who's her sister?
I don't know, something Renegade.
Fuck, there's two called Renegade?
Well, they are sisters after all.
Well, I didn't know it was their last name. I thought Renegade was just a...
They're the Renegade sisters.
Is Kane called the Overtaker? No, he's not, mate. So fucking...
That doesn't make any sense. If you were going to call... That's just retarded. Undertaker's just... That's a name.
Nah, that was good, you know it.
That was shite.
Well, hold on, Renegade. That doesn't... Remember, there's a Renegade in WCW.
What's your point?
Anyway, Chris Statlander's going to win. And you know what? The stats don't lie. This show looks like shite. What happened to the good old collisions that used to actually give you something? Like
CM
Edge
Punk
defending his fucking... Aye, and that.
I'm going to go with Chris Statlander. And in the last match, we have Daniel Garcia versus Tate Mayfairs. Tate Mayfairs. I mean...
Sounds like a cigarette.
I'd rather Andrew Tate.
So would I, but... No, he's not winning this
Or even
match.
Christian Tate.
Who's he against again?
Tate Mayfairs.
No, the fucking other guy.
Daniel Garcia.
That just shows you how relevant Daniel Garcia is. When I remember Tate Mayfairs over him. So yeah, Daniel Garcia will win this, hands down.
I'm gonna
a very weak show, man.
Yeah, it's not really getting me pumped for this one. Collision's very forgettable. When it first came out, I mean, it did feel like it was being treated as a legit brand. I mean, I guess similar to when WWE brought out SmackDown back in the day, and it was like The Rock show, and they named it after The Rock, and SmackDown felt like it was a worthy opponent for Raw, and I think Collision felt like that way initially against Dynamite, but now when you look at Collision, I mean, you're just not feeling it.
No, it's getting closer to Rampage with every passing week.
Yeah, I mean, it's most definitely closer to Rampage than it is Dynamite, that is for sure.
Well, in the ratings, aye.
Anyway, that's it, guys. That's all that's previewed for tonight. There's no stories going on, just a bunch of matches. So, yeah, what can I say? Not a lot. Just a weird lineup.
It is a weird lineup. It's a lackluster lineup, and I don't know. It's not really the Collision I'm looking for.
So it's a lineup that would make me reconsider watching it tonight.
It's the last thing I would need it after SmackDown last night.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll find out. You know what? Can it be more boring than SmackDown? I don't think so. Well, let's go that far. I mean, I don't think it'll
It would be impressive if it was.
We'll find out later on tonight, though, guys. That's it. Till next. It's hard to hype this up, you know. I'd love to sit here and try and make it as if this is some sort of great preview and that I'm buzzing and that I cannot wait and that crazy shit's going to go down tonight and that you must tune into our review because it's going to be an absolute belter. I mean, I'd love to sell that story, but that would be a lie. This show is lackluster. This show's doing nothing for me. And the review will probably be lackluster as well. But here, check it out. Why not?
I'll be there.
Alright, I'll be there as well. Till next time. Peace.